So, if you ask the question, how much time do I need to achieve fluency in English, right? So, many majority of the English learners focus on time, and they want exact time to achieve fluency in English because their mindset will be like, so if I'm ready to spend this much of time on this particular language, around 1 month, 2 months, whatever, in their personal opinion, and they only stick to it that particular time, and after completion of that, so they will get depressed, and they will get regret about their investment of the time, and they feel regret about their results as well, right? So in this video I'm going to share how much time do you exactly need to achieve fluency in English, and what's exact works for you, and just try to watch this video till the end. I'm going to share few techniques and rules that you need to follow in your timetable and to achieve fluency in English every single day, because nowadays majority of the English learners, they're only focusing on time, not even focusing on their practice sessions, and their spending time with the language and following any rules and techniques that doesn't matter about them. They only matter, they only care about their time, right? So of course it's most important thing, and it's a valuable thing in their life, right? So just try to watch this video till the end. Let's discuss about time, and what you have to exactly do to achieve fluency in a basis of time, right? So let's come to the point. You are only focusing on time, okay, it's a nice thing, and because in a day we have around 24 hours, and in the 24 hours we have multiple things and multiple works to do, and we have to accomplish all of them, right? So we need to satisfy everything, okay, it's awesome, and it's a nice thing to speak about, right? So when it's come to English language, do you need to focus on time? Do you need to take time as a consideration, and you need to follow timetable to practice English every single day? If you ask the same question to me, I would say no. Why? Because it's not about how much quantity of the time you are spending on this particular language, right? So it's about the quality of the time are you spending with this language, right? So a lot of English learners ask a question, so how much time exactly do I need to achieve fluency in English? So because it's not about their mistake, right? So because they have some time restrictions, and they have to do some other things as well to do, right? So in a same working day, so obviously there is nothing wrong to focus on time, but I would say instead of focusing on time restrictions, just focus on your practice levels, just focus on your productivity in that particular day, right? So focusing on time is a completely drains your brain, and if you don't achieve fluency in that particular period of time, so you feel depressed, obviously, right? So you feel more regret than anybody else, because as a learner, if you put boundaries, and if you put goals and time restrictions, our mind feel like, though I spend this much of time on this particular language, still I'm not able to achieve fluency in English, I'm not able to speak very fluent in front of anybody, right? So your mind think in that way, right? So don't too much focus on time only, right? So there are all other multiple things as well in English language, right? So if you focus on practice levels, so with full of clarity and confidence, then obviously time don't take too much weight in your English practice. Why? Because with the time you don't need anything else, just it's just a number, right? So beyond that, you need to focus on practice levels, and you need to focus on your working styles, right? So you are practicing how it is going, right? So you have to focus on that instead of focusing too much on time. So at least from today, don't take time as a consideration. Majority of the people are failing in this age, so it's a continuous process, I would say. Learning a language, it's not about reaching from one point to another point. It's not about 2 points, and it's not about distance, right? So it's a continuous process, and we always should be ready to learn something new to learn, right? So as a language, there will be always something new to learn, as we already know about this thing, but we don't focus on it, right? So it's a natural process to every English learner, I would say. So following your techniques, following your rules and what exactly working for you. So if you focus on these techniques, these things, instead of focusing on the time restrictions and the boundaries, if you put yourself, so I would say you are making a mistake. So it might take some 1 month or 1.5 months or 2 months, even 3 months as well, because it depends on your efforts, right? So it depends on your percentage of working, and how are you giving your 100% every single day on this particular language, right? So if you say yes, you will get your fluency in a faster way, and if you say I'm not, so definitely it takes more time to you, right? So because every individual uh, completely works on their personal choice, and their way of learning might be different, right? So some of them take more times, and some of them take very less time, right? So it's completely how focusedly you are practicing and how consciously you are giving time to this language, it matters the more, right? So I would say about this only. So because some of the English learners are there, they have been learning English for the last, they would say like, it's been around 1 year, 1.5 years, still I'm not able to achieve fluency in English. So what can I say, right? Of course they are spending the time with the language, but are they being consistent? Are they being conscious with their English language, right? So they are just saying a number, right? But in a reality, in their every single day, they are not practicing well, right? So they are not being consistent. Obviously it's a clear cut problem is facing, right? So they are only focusing on time, but they are not focusing on practiceness. So I would say that it doesn't work in reality, and it doesn't make any sense focusing on time, right? So at your starting days, as a beginner, we need to focus on our practice levels, and instead of thinking too much about the language, just go with the flow and do whatever you want, and figure out what's exactly working for you. Then automatically time doesn't take as a consideration, right? So because it's not about the time, how many hours you need, how many hours do you need to achieve fluency and to practice English every single day, right? If you can spend only 10 to 20 minutes every single day to practice this English language, is quite enough, right? So I would say, because you're consciously spending time, these 20 minutes with the language, it's completely enough, right? So beyond it, if you want something else, and if you want achieve fluency in a faster way, and you need to focus on listening, writing, reading, these multiple things as well, right? But as a basic learner, we have to focus at least to practice English, right? So 10 to 20 minutes every single day is quite enough. Majority of them are not even ready to spend at least these 20 minutes, right? So how they can achieve fluency? If they ask a question to me, definitely I would say you cannot, right? Because so you are not ready to spend time with this language, right? So you keep focusing on the quantity of the time, right? So just remove this thought of quantity of the time, so it's about the quality of the time. So obviously quality makes matter, right? So quality adds value to your fluency, and definitely not only in English language, it works and it applies in every learning, and it's a quite similar process, right? So this is all I wanted to discuss in this video about time. So if you like this video, just try to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing, and next